Hi everybody and welcome to my place. Today I'm here to offer assistance to Joan, and I think Joan, your last name is Kentzali and you come from Collierville, Tennessee, USA. You are working on an arrangement called a Pot-et-Fleur, which is pretty much, I've got a whole heap of notes if you're looking for them. It's a French garden within a pot that comes inside. Which is for an upcoming flower show, and you're appalled at the lack of information out there for this type of design, and would I be able to do something along these lines? Well, I am here to help, and I want you to know that, as I said, it's a French garden design, and I'm going to try and update it to incorporate more of today's plants and flowers and easy methods of how to construct it. You need to get pretty much it's two pots, one pot containing living plants, and then there's usually a vessel in the middle in which you put your flowers. So into the urn here, what I've done is I've put a whole heap of pebbles. In fact, I've put about that much worth of pebbles down the bottom of my pot, and then I've put my second pot, which will be holding the fresh flowers, down into that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is, with trying to not make a mess, but I will, I've got some potting soil here. And just a little word of warning, if you've never done any kind of gardening or had soil before, when you buy the potting soil, please, please, please be very, very careful. Wear a mask, wear some glasses, open it outside, leave it in the fresh air for several days because it contains things like Legionnaire's bugs. So you need to open the bag and let those all dissipate into the atmosphere before you start using them. You're also supposed to use gloves, but look, I've been using this stuff for years and years and years, and I've got good health at this stage. So I've got a big bag here. And I suggest if you're doing this that you do it outside, but basically what I want to do is get the soil, and I need to bring the soil up to about there because I'm going to plant the plants that I've got here. And I've got an ivy, I've got a spider plant, I've got this little croton here which I thought was really beautiful, and I'm not quite sure what these little plants are, but I just thought that the colourway was really interesting. And if memory serves me correctly, these were all very, very popular in the days when Mary Antoinette was around, and although they had their beautiful gardens outside, they used to like to bring the beautiful gardens inside. The English were into them as well, and they had a really big, I think it was about the late 1800s, 1900s that these were all beautiful big displays that they used to do. And once the plants were up and going, they could just keep those living, and then with the vessel in the middle with the fresh flowers, they could just be plonked into the middle inside another vase, and then the whole thing continue to live, which I think is just a fabulous way of displaying something. And it might possibly have been a good idea to have put a cover over that, but never mind. Right, so once your soil's in, and it is a messy business, let me just tell you, right, that little plant has been used in all sorts of things, so I'm just going to place that down into there. And what I would suggest you do is you just plant this up and let it just be. I'm going to make such a big mess now, in fact, so that I don't get any soil down there. I'm just going to put that there. So, good idea, Astar. I should have done that to start with. And you usually find that there's quite a bit of soil on these. These are great too. The other thing I like to do with these is actually just take the cuttings and put them into the soil. It doesn't take long for them to start growing. They're into there. It is a messy business, and you are better to do this outside. But this would also be a wonderful gift to make for somebody who was bedridden, so that they could just watch the little plants growing. Push that into there. And then I think that that's enough. Just evenly distribute your plants around the outside. Just squish that down into there like that. You'd be quite rough with these. They will be all right. And then if you wanted to, you could also get a little bit of sphagnum moss, is my very best friend. and that can just cover the soil, and that will help to keep the moisture in there while the plant is taking root. It also keeps the soil fresh, and don't forget that you do need to, it's really important that you do put into the base of your plant some drainage holes, and also to get yourself a little saucer to put underneath that so that the drainage holes in there so that the plant does drain away, plus also a saucer so that that doesn't mark your surface. Right from there, the next thing to do is to just get another container, leave this for probably 2 to 3 weeks until it takes roots. You could probably put some more into there, like a little bit of maiden hair fern, but pretty much that will do for now. And then once it gets up and starts flourishing, it's just a matter of putting the water into the middle there, and then you can just put your plants in. It's not looking very spectacular now, but what I can do is keep this going, and then in a few weeks' time, when everything's all lush and abundant, I can come back to it and do another design into it so that you can see what it looks like as it starts to grow. Really love it as a concept, and I hope, Joan, that this has helped you out, and that you can put your plants that you want, that you like, that are your favourites, into this type of designing. Now, the other thing that you could also put into here is I've got some lovely little cyclamen that I could put into there as well. In fact, I'll just do it right now. One moment. So you have your fresh plants, plus you also have your other little plants. So once this all gets going and you've got your plants all at varying, makes it look really special. But anyway, that's just the first one that I'm going to be doing. So I'll keep you posted as new ones come up online. So I hope you've enjoyed that, Joan, and it's helped you with any issues that you might have. Thanks for watching. I'll see you another day.